Alright. We'll just wait for some clarification from Zijat that it's working. And then we'll begin.
Any.
Well, Arog wanted us to sing. Too bad.
But that is not going to be on the stream.
It will be.
Ha!
Yeah, we're streaming. We should be streaming.
Okay.
I'm just hoping that it's streaming. I mean, because sometimes it says it's streaming and it isn't. It
Yeah,
says it's live
I
and
didn't
recording.
see yet
So
anything.
No one in the chat has said anything yet, and
just
Yeah.
give it a second or two.
I
let me
see,
refresh. Let me
Yeah,
I
refresh
can
the
see.
stream myself
Yeah.
and see.
I
if
believe in
can
you, Hitbox. You can do it.
Believe in
Go,
yourself.
go, Hitbox.
Okay, it looks like it's appeared on my screen.
So it's
Yeah,
live.
and everything's moving and stuff. It looks like it's live to me. No one in the chat has said anything though, so I'm
Yeah,
a
they
little-
might have to. You know, it's
Yeah.
because is it live?
Everyone
live.
refresh. Not that they'll hear me, but everyone refresh. Okay,
Okay,
live.
there you go.
Here
All
we
right, there you go.
Live.
There you go.
Yep.
Me boom.
We're live.
Superb. All right then. So, start of a new day.
So are we just gonna go in the order that we were last time, I guess? Like Seekus and Kira will go first, and then
No, we're gonna start with you.
Edgar and Neith? Oh, wow. Okay. Why?
Why not?
Relevant plot info, because I've been marked? I guess. I don't know. Okay, well.
Do you
So I
wanna,
wake
have
up.
a map? Hang on, let me let me
a
get
map.
you a map. Yeah, we're gonna get you a map. Yeah,
A
not
map
the-
of what?
just of
of-
the.
Of the what?
All right. Not as small as I thought, actually. Just see.
Just see?
Do you see? Hang on, I might
Do I
have
s-
that.
do I see
No,
what?
wait, you won't see it. Just there.
Aha! Yes, I do see. Okay. Does the stream
mean that
also
everyone
see?
should
Yeah,
see?
they'll see it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, I made some different maps, and so I'm gonna let you use them.
Cool.
So there you go. You're in your
So
room.
this is the temple under
This
cross,
is-
I guess.
Yes, this is the. I know it's all. It's garden outside, but this is basically underground.
I don't know that.
So-
All I see is black outside.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers.
Ah,
There's-
that's because
is that
I've. Okay, I put the thing on. That's good.
Oh, there's
okay.
there's a bathtub up there with like a door shutting it off and everything. That's kind of neat. Okay, so I just wake up. Should I just do something then?
I just thought I'd put the map there.
You have nothing to say, nothing to add as
Sure.
my character wakes up.
He wakes up.
Okay, he wakes up. Well, okay, he gets up out of bed and he takes a look around his room. He didn't really take a good look at it last night because he was quite tired. Obviously, he just went to bed.
Ignore that.
So, oh my God, who who the hell is watching me sleep?
Dump.
Okay. Christ. Right. So I. Oh Jesus, it's creepy. Okay, so my character woke up. He stands up, gets out of bed. I'm gonna take a look around the room, basically. Like, if I look around the room, will I notice anything interesting? Is there stuff around that might catch my eye aside from like the chest with my equipment in it?
Nope. Like I say, it's just exactly how you left it the night
Okay.
before.
Okay.
Last, so it's
Right. Well, in that case, I think Edgar's just gonna go ahead and get kitted out for the day.
okay.
He's just gonna, get his equipment on. Should I talk about what my equipment is, or?
Sure, if you want to. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Mind me at
'cause,
least.
Well,
yeah.
'cause,
Yeah.
you
Go
know,
on. Yeah. I said yes. Do it.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Stop explaining it. Yes. Do it.
People are gonna see what my character's wearing, so you know. So let's see. So, Av, my character as a bastard sword, as well as a regular sword, just like an arming sword, you know, like a side sword, basically, like a backup weapon. He has, a bastard sword, a sword. He's got chainmail armor. He'll be putting on his chainmail armor. And he's got a steel kite shield that he carries on his back. So he's basically got a bastard sword to use with two hands, and then he has a sword and shield, sort of as like an alternate type of weapon. And he's got some chainmail. And then in his backpack, he's got...
By default, I just want to ask now. Which do you want to use by default? The two-handed sword or the sword and shield?
The two-handed sword. That'll be what
I think that's what I put. But
yeah.
Okay.
That's what he's used to using. Like, you know, he knows how to use the other weapons, but the two-handed sword is his preferred weapon.
All right.
Anyway, and in his backpack, he has 5 flint and tinders. He's got 3 torches, and he has a tent and a bedroll all packed up in his backpack. And he's got 43 gold in his pocket.
Nice. All right then.
All right. So he's up. He's out of bed. He's equipped his stuff. He's gonna open the door and head into the hallway. Hello.
Hello there, come here often.
Why don't you come inside? It's much more comfortable here.
You recognize John?
Yes, John. Yeah.
John is Agatha's grandson. He's pretty young, about sort of 16, 15-ish, so... well, that might not be that young, actually, in this sort of era, but anyway, that's what he is. You're aware that he's lived quite a sheltered life here in the temple. He doesn't leave much. And he says, you know, he bows his head to you and says, "Good morning, sir. Grandmother would like to see you down the hall in the lounge area."
Okay.
Well, she has prepared breakfast. Oh, breakfast has been prepared. I don't think she would have done it.
Okay. Well, Edgar's gonna nod and say, "Thank you." He's gonna wander down the hall, and he's gonna look in the... Oh my god, old lady! He's gonna look in the lounge. He's gonna look in the lounge and see what's what. Like, what's in the lounge? Is it just Agatha sitting there with breakfast? There's nothing else?
Yeah, it's some porridge that she's stirring. There's a small table, like she's on a couch or a bench, and there's a small table in front of her, and she's got 2 bowls, and she's stirring it, you know, in a big pot sort of thing, and she waves you over, and she says, "Come, sit down, sit down."
All right, so I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna sit down.
Okay. She gives you some porridge. You have to eat in this game as well. I kind of let it go for the first the first day, but you've got to eat at least once a day. Otherwise, you start getting stats decreases and stuff. With the exception of Loon and his character, you should all have sort of ready-made some provisions. Otherwise, you might have to buy them in inns and stuff like that. But Edgar gets his for free.
Yay! Cool.
So,
okay, so he's gonna sit down and he's gonna tuck into his porridge because I assume he's rather hungry.
Yes, he would be. Yes. As a note, when you all wake up, you're all very hungry. Yes, she sort of like she says, "Sorry if I scared you last night, child." She sort of like spoons the thing. It's just a shock to see you like that.
Oh well, it's okay.
I'm afraid it's not all right.
Well, look, don't worry about it, Agatha. You mentioned last night though that we could talk more in the morning and that you'd explain a bit more what you were talking about.
Yes, I can.
Edgar says between spoonfuls.
Throughout my years as a priestess, I have seen many curses and incantations, and I see that you are marked. It is a curse upon you, my friend. Some foul wizard, or maybe a demon, has put a spell on you. I know not what it wants. I cannot tell. I only know it means grave things for you.
She started to sound a lot like Deckard Cain from Diablo for a second. Stay a while and listen. Anyway, grave things. Interesting. Edgar's just gonna nod quietly, continue eating his
Some
porridge.
terrible force has interfered with you. Yes.
I don't think
On a spiritual level.
Jesus. Well, okay, so Edgar's gonna keep eating his porridge, but he's gonna ask,
There is some task that you must perform. Some
Yeah,
deed
okay.
requires to be done. Some
I see.
nefarious act is afoot.
Wait,
And
is he saying this?
once it is done, I fear it will be your end.
Okay. So what, can you tell me more? Like, what is this task?
I know not. All I can say is, you must find who is behind it, and end them before it ends you.
Okay.
Are you enjoying your porridge?
Edgar's just gonna nod to that question, and he's gonna ask, is there anyone else who you think might be able to tell me more?
I know not.
Okay, thank you.
As one of the head priestesses, I am probably best to aid you in this matter. And yet, I have told you all I know.
Right. Well, thanks for the porridge, Agatha, and thanks for the information as well. If it's all right.
Seek
with
out who did this to you,
you-
and end them.
yes, you said that.
Do not tarry. You must go.
Okay, but first, let me finish my porridge, and two, is it okay if I keep you in mind as, like, you know, someone who can help me out? Like, if I need your help in the future, is it alright if I come by the temple?
You are always welcome here.
Okay, well, thanks. And, with that, I assume Edgar will have finished his porridge by now.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's gonna get up from the table. And, yeah, and make his way out. Which is the way out? Where's the exit? I want to get away from this lady.
There's the stairs up to the main level,
Okay,
which is
well,
also a
he's gonna-
floor plan 4, but you don't really need it.
Right, so I don't think there's anything else he needs to do around here, as far as I know. So he's gonna go to the stairs and he's gonna head upstairs.
All right.
Okay.
So what would your plan be? Have we got a plan?
My plan?
Or a plan?
Well,
What was discussed?
I remember Neith saying that after we were all well rested, she would head off to the library, and she suggested that we could meet there to see if she had found anything out about that letter that she found. So, I think the wise thing here would be to head to the library and
All right.
see if it's there and if everyone else is there. So
Okay.
that's where here's gonna go.
Go to the sewers and grind. All right. So, all right, we'll do Neith now.
All right.
So
Where
you're
is
sort
the
of on.
library anyway?
It's down here. It's this building here. Sorry,
Ah.
they want to move you, but you're heading that way, aren't you? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Should I just like Should I put myself there already, or should I just...
Yeah, you might as well, I suppose.
Okay.
If anything happens, I can always move you back.
Okay. I mean, I would imagine Neith would be there first, so maybe we could just assume I'm on the way. 'Cause
Yeah.
Neith's location is closer, so I'll just put myself, like, there. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or
So-
down the street.
No, shut up! It's your turn to stop talking now.
Sorry. Go
All right,
ahead.
Neith.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
All
Well, yes, it's your go.
Yep.
So yes, you waking. I actually have a floor plan for this if you want, but it's just the rooms.
I probably be very straightforward. Like, get up, get my stuff, get something to eat.
Are you gonna
Not much
have
talking.
Are you gonna have a provision, or are you gonna try and eat at the?
I'm gonna try and eat at the Rising Moon Inn.
All right. So you head downstairs, and well, here we go. I have something to show you then.
Is it a menu?
Wait, where's the menu? Indeed.
Oh, wow, a menu? Oh, man.
But only some of you can see it. All right. Do you see it?
Ooh, I do see it.
So yes, the barkeep is there again, polishing his bar. He takes great pride in how shiny and smooth the bar is. Yes, and when you indicate that you would like a some food, he says, well, he points to the thing on the wall.
Well, I'll just take the bread and cheese, I think.
Very well. And he sort of orders it from the kitchens, and some maid goes and goes and fetches it for you as you eat. He also
That's
reminds you, sorry,
Yeah, no, go on. It's fine.
that you have paid for last night's, but you haven't paid for tonight's. So he wonders whether you're staying for that night. No, it's half price, so you would have to pay, call it 3 for the bread and cheese, and 10 for a room.
I will stay a little bit longer. So, yeah, I'm gonna rent a room for one more night.
Okay, so just take that off your
So
carriage
that's
sheet.
13.
Yeah.
Gotta pay.
Bye, gamer. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Gamer Grudge.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Then I'm gonna gobble down my cheese and bread and hurry to the library as quickly as possible.
Okay, so you'll get there first. So, right. So that'll just be you. So, Kiara and Sikas, you both wake up at about the same time.
Well, first of all, I am feeling so horrible that I throw up, which you probably notice. And I'm just trying to be catering myself up then and just look casually to you then.
Yeah, so
And
when she wakes up, she's violently sick.
yes, I'm feeling totally horrible.
Oh, my.
Very, very bad. And I notice something on my skin after this, and I start to be looking onto my arm.
So, what are we looking at on your arm?
I show it to you and ask, do you see anything then?
He does. It's a let me see what I've given you. Hang on, handouts. You've got a puncture mark on your arm.
Oh,
It's like from a dart or something. The skin around it is very sore. It's very red.
right. So it's just, it wasn't from me then. That's what I'm worried about.
Why would it be from you?
How we've been doing stuff, weird stuff. I bite off her arm one time.
You don't know what each other has received, by the way. So
Yeah, I'm looking down at pretty much the muddy boots that I got now, and but yeah, Seekus is going to tell Kiara that I'm stressed out too, muscle strain, not stomach like you, but feel like I've been doing heavy lifting all night.
That is weird, but I do have my clothes on as well, even though I shouldn't have. So we've probably been somewhere. My boots are on as well. So something has been going on, and maybe I've been poisoned? If there is a puncture mark, like a dart, so maybe it might have been poison dart.
You know it wasn't there yesterday.
Yes.
So what's the plan? Are you going to eat here, or are you gonna make a bucket to library, or?
Well, I probably asked that as he doesn't have anything to eat, we probably should eat something little bit if we are able to at least gather some strength from it. Or?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Kiara, you've got some provisions in your pack, some,
Yeah,
dried
I don't
meat,
think
whatever.
I want to be going and eating into the inn at the point, so I just offer one of my provisions then to Seekus just so that he can eat something too, considering he's staying here, so.
All right, so make sure you remove 2 provisions off your
Yeah,
character sheet. I put the one, in bold.
yeah, I
okay.
know.
Cool. Just making sure. All right, so you've both eaten as well. You both had some breakfast, which is good. Right then.
And then just saying that we probably get going as soon as possible, but should we then... do you think that you will need help in the basement?
Can you? Poisoned right now.
Oh,
He's blunt and very
yeah,
not thinkative.
yeah, that's cool.
Well, considering it's not that much longer to go from basement and then to the library direction, I guess it's okay.
It's kind of on the way, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go down
But,
this way.
well, when we go downstairs, I will be taking both of my keys. Have I paid for another night or not?
No.
How much would it be then? I probably know how much it is usually for a night.
Did I put it on the thing? Hang on, let me check the handout just in case.
I don't think it was.
Yes, I shall show you the menu because I made it, so I'm going to show it off. even if just you can. All right. Hang on, that's not going to work. In fact, because Loon can see it as well because he's there. There you go. I'm assuming that's showing up now.
But can he read it? That's the question.
That's true. Although it does look like a Grilkin wrote it. So yeah, it's 5 coins for a night.
Okay.
Well, I can give you my 1 coin as a way of saying thanks for the provision. Help with the bed.
Well, thank you. I guess should I be staying here still? I wonder. I guess I could be leaving just the. Like, how easily can I carry all of my equipment?
Oh, easily. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Well, I guess I go downstairs and ask the innkeep that is there any knowledge it be busy night, so should I be getting the room again already this early on?
I think it's probably best that you buy when you can. Yes,
Yeah.
because things get very busy and hectic, and some people come down from Greater Eishion and decide to stay the night. So,
Yeah.
yes.
So okay, I take a room for 1 more night.
Okay, right. So make sure you take that off your gold.
Yes,
Okay.
and of course the 1 coin is used also. So
Yeah. All right. As long as you're keeping everything up to date, that's fine. I don't have to keep
Right.
tabs on you. All right.
So, down to the basement.
yeah, let's head out then.
All
Should
right.
be try to do quickly.
I'm just going to move you there if you like. So again, the basement is as you left it. By the time you get here, it's getting towards mid-morning-ish, I suppose. So it's mostly empty as you go in because all the people in it have filtered out. You know, they're all working on the docks and whatnot. So, so yes, you go in there. The fat, bald, unpleasant man is still sat there, though he's asleep. He's sort of leaning back on his chair and he's snoring his head off. But he's there.
I'm not worried about him. Is that dwarf still there?
No.
Ah. Is there anybody else anywhere in there?
No.
Ah.
So is your equipment here? I ask.
There is something on the bed, yes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, on the mattress or whatever it is.
Right.
Yes.
On the sack thing.
Yeah.
Do I have to make a roll to just walk over and check it?
You can walk over and check it. It is your equipment.
Okay.
Minus the gold.
Okay.
Let me just have a look and see what you've what else you've got. See what else to take off you, basically.
How else can I screw you over?
There might have been
no,
something
actually,
else.
everything else is there because because I've taken everything off it. Yes, so so the coin that you had, you don't have anymore. He's taken that, but basically your bastard sword, your shield, that's it. It's still there, so that's all that's left. He obviously didn't want those.
Okay.
So you can now uncover your equipment, and
That's a. How do I remove the block again?
if you look at the stream, I can show you. Or in, I don't know if you're using Word or OpenOffice, but it should be vaguely similar. I'm just going to point to it like there.
Yeah.
So you just click on the thing that I'm clicking on, then just drag over the black bit, and it should just reveal what you've got, and then you just paste that into your character sheet.
Gotcha.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right then. So you've got your stuff back, more or less. You didn't have much to start with. This make it a little bit harder for you to get.
No, I didn't figure I did.
Because you stayed in such a dive.
Well, at least you got back what was yours.
Right. But no money.
No money. Alright, so are you heading to the library as well?
Considering it was where we were supposed to meet and we all got involved into this, it's probably the best bet. So, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm just getting caught up on my character sheet, so yeah, I'm following.
Alright, cool.
I guess in character, yeah, he's messing with his stuff and following Yara.
Alright, so you all sort of like head to the library. Neith gets there first, obviously. Now I'm going to call it that Edgar and Stikus and Kiara probably get there roughly the same time. But I'm going to load up a... actually, I'm going to get that. Just, I don't particularly want that to bring that with us. Come on, get there. Alright, so I'll grab all you guys. And I'm going to bring you to another map. Yeah.
So
Next
exciting.
travels. Ooh, it's like beaming.
Right, let's just see. Okay, cool. So, put... And just give me a second. Him, and we'll have... Oh, I can't do two ones. Damn it. Just a second.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it now!
Yes, I believe in you.
And just one more person.
Let's see.
Alright. Do not worry. Oh, not that one.
Hell yeah, there's going to be a poetry slam. We're gonna slam all the poetry.
Alright. I'm going to bring you all over, but only Neith is here right now, yeah?
I think Malachi wins.
Playing on the stream. Everybody is watching me. I might be naked. A haiku from yours truly.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. Alright. Can you guys see the stuff and the things and the stuff?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, so this is the Grand Library of Eishion, and this is where Neith hangs out. So it's... I can also give you some notes on this. That's what I wrote them for, so I might as well use them.
How come there are 3 people who look the same and then 2 others who look the same?
Yeah.
Why are there clones, Variax? Why are there clones?
Oh no.
Okay, I'm assuming they're not clones.
No, they're not. They're just...
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously not. They're just people browsing the library, you know.
Right. They're just random customers or whatever.
Yeah.
Customers in a library. Patrons, whatever you'd call them.
So this is one of the grandest buildings in the city. It's very large. As you can see, it's got a nice big vaulted ceiling. It's very light and airy. I think the ceiling is sort of like has glass in it, so you know the sunlight can come in and filter down, and people can read the books. It smells of papyrus, that old / new book smell. So it's actually quite a nice smell. There's just like rows and rows of books everywhere. And yeah, up here, I don't know if you can see it. You see where I'm highlighting? Mm-hmm. That bit is sectioned off. Neith knows that as the restricted section, and up here is a little doorway which leads to Felix's little living quarters, because he lives there. He maintains the library. He looks after it. And he's there, obviously.
Well then, I make a beeline to Felix to ask him, to show him the note and ask him about dictionaries or books, or if he has seen anything like this before.
All right.
So I assume he's in there.
So you hand him the note. This note.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, this note.
Note. So, well, first of all, he says good morning, and how are you and all that, and
Yeah.
pleasantries and such, which obviously you're not too interested in.
Nope.
And yeah, he holds this note in his hand, and his eyes sort of widen for a second, and he's, "Where did you get this?"
I found it.
It's certainly very old. This language is ancient, and I've never seen anything like it. He sort of scans it up and down and says, "I hope that you don't expect me to be able to decipher it, for I know no way to."
So there's no, dictionary or lore book or anything about this?
Why have you gone up there? He's there.
Oh, I thought he was in his quarters.
No, he's not. You've never been in his quarters. He keeps them locked. Yes, hi, Elder James. Very good to see you again.
Oh, hello, Elder James.
Hello.
So I may be able to find something if you but give me the note and let me borrow it for a few days.
I'm not sure I have days. Could you just maybe just point me in the right direction and I'll...
No, I'm afraid absolutely not. No, I cannot allow you to go rifling into things that I'm afraid you're just not ready for yet. No, I fear that either you...
Well,
No.
you could do the rifling and then hand me the things?
I could. Are you sure you wish to keep the note? I would very much like to.
It's really important that I keep it.
Very well, though I doubt you'll find anyone in the city who's able to decipher it. But very well, if that's what you wish, I shall look in the tomes for something of that language, though I know nothing of it.
That would be wonderful, Felix.
Very well, I will do that for you. I will do that.
How long do you think this will take?
I can start my search immediately, though I know not the runes are so ancient. I would have to search through many tomes to find anything. I simply do not know, my child.
Well, it would, if you have the time to spare, it's really important that I get to know of this. The quicker the better, because friends of mine need my help. So yeah, the quicker you can do this, the better. I'm very grateful.
Yes, it's quite all right. I would prefer to have the note with me, but very well, I shall look and try and find an answer for you.
Well, I mean...
As you are debating, the others arrive.
Aha! Okay, well, Edgar's gonna walk in, he's gonna take a quick glance around, and he'll probably spy Neith over there.
Yep,
So,
straight ahead.
Edgar's gonna wander over, he's gonna say hello and ask, what's going on?
He looks up at you. Felix, sorry, I forgot to mention, he's quite a slight man, getting older, sort of like late 40s-ish, quite short-ish, very well dressed, presents himself very well, obviously attends the library, and he's got like a little moustache and a beard, and he's very finely, well trimmed, if you like, keeps himself proper. And he looks up at you, obviously not the sort of type that he's used to dealing with. Sorry, what did you say to him?
I asked, I said, hello, Neith, and I just sort of nod in acknowledgement to Felix, and I ask...
apprehensively nods
what's happening?
Back at you.
And I ask, what's happening? What are you doing? Because I noticed the note in Neith's hand, so...
Good morning, Edgar. We're just... Felix here is helping us decipher the note. Apparently it's really, really old, and he has to do a lot of digging. Felix, do you have a quill and paper for me?
Yes, I can go and get you one. Just a moment. He goes off to his chambers.
Well, I will then ask or say that good morning to both of you, and that we had some more encounters at night, just a little whisper, and then I also point out that I asked that did he have any information about the language on the paper?
Sadly, not yet. He says it's very ancient and very old, and he might not even have the right tomes, but he's going to look for it at least. The thing is, though, he would like to take the note with him. I don't really want to part with it.
No. The first thing that Edgar, I think, is thinking, why doesn't he just get a, he's getting parchment and a quill. Why doesn't he just copy the runes down, and then he can have his own copy of a few of the words, and we can keep the note.
I will also then point out that I also happen to know a shopkeeper around here who is interested in these sort of things, very interested in old rare items and runes. I could take us to there. He might have an idea.
There's another idea, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking the same. I would not like to part with this, for it's the only information we have right now. So
Yeah,
I'm going to make a copy for Felix.
Yeah. Someone might recognize it if we show it to them too, so it'd be better to have it on hand rather than giving it to someone and then saying, oh, well, we had this note, but we can't describe what it really looks like, so you're just going to have to...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. That's the stand of information.
Okay, so you're going to have Felix copy the note and keep it. All right. Well, he does that. He scribbles it down. He makes a very good copy of it, and yes, he stands and he says, "Right, I will get that on, as soon as possible. It seems very important to you."
It is. Thank you very much, Felix. I knew I could count on you. And she says it a bit awkwardly, like trying to be all best buddy-ish.
Yeah, he smiles and sort of bows and says, "It's a pleasure."
Yeah, thanks, Felix. You old scamp, you. As she awkwardly punches him in the shoulder. He probably reels over from that.
Neith looks at Edgar with a scowl, like.
Okay, I'm not. No, I didn't actually. Edgar kind of just silently watches Felix walk away. He doesn't know him, so he's just kind of like whatever.
Yep.
When it's just the four of us again, I also ask quickly that, does any of you know anything about poisons?
I do. I am a healer, in fact.
I don't know.
Could you, in any way, be of help? I got this puncture wound and felt really, really horrible this morning.
No problem at all. Just let me see the wound, and I shall see what I can do.
Okay.
Well,
I'm guessing you sort of like having this conversation around some sort of table in some alcove in the library or something. So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
You could go in a corner or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
How about that bottom left corner? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
went there already.
So much. All right, so you take a look at the wound, Neith. You can certainly try and heal it if you wished with magic. Or however
Well, if
you want.
it's poison, I'm gonna try and cure poison, I guess.
I don't know if it is poison, but considering how I felt, it might be the case.
Is there a way to check if it's actually... I mean,
Yeah.
it probably most likely is. But is there a way to actually check for sure?
No, not really. Although if you cast Cure Poison on a person without poison, it doesn't do any harm. So,
Yeah.
you know.
So I'm just gonna cure...
It's not like prescription drugs, is it?
No.
So, yeah. I'm gonna, take Kiara's arm with both my hands, like where the puncture mark is, and then I'm gonna start working my magic.
Okay.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Edgar's gonna intervene. He's gonna say, "Hold on.
Shock
What
horror.
kind of poison is this? Do you recognize the symptoms? Like, was this something that was intended maybe to kill her, or is it a minor sort of poison?"
Neith can take a law check if she
Yep.
see
I
if she
would-
knows
I would
the
actually
symptoms
do
and
that.
stuff. So yeah, again, it's just a D10 plus your intellect plus any law you may have.
That is... Dun, dun, dun.
And considering that I am like pretty pale, yeah. Skin around it is sore and tender to the touch, where the puncture wound is, and
Well, you examine it, but you don't really notice. You can't recognize the wound or the symptoms.
I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what it is, but regardless, if it's a poison, I'm pretty sure I can heal it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
go
would
If
be
ahead
you
afraid.
and
can't learn
see if you can
anything new,
cast a
then just go
spell.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing it.
Okay.
1, 2, 10, 8, 4. Let's. Ooh! I think
wow.
that hits.
You succeed.
Ooh, barely, but I
Yes,
do.
so the magic flows down your arms and into your hands and then into the arm and sort of glows magically for a little while and then fades and nothing seems to have changed.
Do you feel better, Kiara?
No.
I don't feel any better, at least as of yet. I don't know what it is, then if this doesn't heal it, but
Yeah, the spell definitely succeeded. You know that much, but it doesn't seem, at least now, to have affected the wound.
Well, it is either a very powerful poison that I have not yet heard of, or it is not poison at all.
Well, maybe a doctor or a healer or an apothecary somewhere in the city would know. Or perhaps maybe Agatha would know as a priestess.
I look a bit indignant at him, like, I'm sorry, I am a doctor and a healer. Like, this is how I earn my living.
Edgar's gonna fold his arms across his chest and he's gonna frown at her and he's gonna say, well, you haven't been able to figure out what the poison is. So
What makes you think someone else will be able to do that?
it's a big city.
Yeah.
I guess you're right, but still. We can go to the temple.
He could be right, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Agatha, she's a priestess at the Temple of Belm. It's possible that she might know more, but it's possible that she doesn't.
I mean, it could, after all, be not a natural poison, but a magical one, so... Yeah, I think some assistance might be needed. And to,
Well,
like,
we don't
push the
really
glasses
have...
up.
Do we have another alternative? I mean, Felix, he'll be like, what is it, like a couple days trying to decipher the runes or something?
He
Is that what he
doesn't
said?
know. He said he could stumble up on the right tone straight away, or
So maybe he'll send like a runner when that's ready, but since we don't know when that'll end, there's no sense in waiting around, so...
Maybe we will go through my friend first and then to the
Okay.
temple, considering I think Vesta Cream's place is relatively close by. Is it?
So who's your friend then?
Well, I've met him here in the city and he's been very friendly or talkative, so I consider him
I'm going to move you
just
back to the map.
little bit like a friend, but, well, you don't know for that long of a time.
Do you think he'd be able to tell us more about your affliction?
Not probably the affliction, but the runes. I think he has a lot of items. He might have some idea at least where to look for maybe someone who might know something more
Well,
on that paper.
that's probably a better bet than hoping that Agatha will know what the poison is. We could still check that out later, but we should probably go to your friend first.
Yeah, let's head there.
Okay, so you leave the library?
Yep.
Okay, as you do, there's a town crier outside. He's ringing his bell. He's dressed in all his regalia, and he's a very sort of like barrel-chested man, big beard, very well presented, nice hat, feather in it. And he's making an announcement. Hear ye, hear ye! Last night, on the eve of today, Stone Day, the 15th of Falling Tide, a heinous and foolhardy crime was committed. The thief stole into the abode of the collector, broke into his trophy chamber, and took one of his possessions. An individual was seen by the personal guards of the collector, and they have given the following description. The thief is thought to be a female human, relatively tall and slight, with dark hair and wearing a green cloak. She is likely has some form of air magic, as it is thought she gained access to the chamber via gliding up and in through one of the higher windows. If you see this individual, please notify the guard. However, the thief may not be around for overly long, for in the process of the robbery, the thief has set off a trap, injecting themselves with a slow, deadly poison. It seems the collector might have the last laugh after all. Hear ye, hear ye.
I quickly put the hood on my head and say that I think I might have an idea where at least I was last night.
Well, that's a concern, because if you are a criminal, essentially, now, it's going to be a lot harder to find someone who might be willing to help you with the poison. Because I doubt many people will want to help or harbor a known criminal at the risk of, the guards coming down on them.
I do not have the item though, so I have had to be delivering it somewhere. I might be able to try to find it in the city, but it's a long shot. I don't remember what it looked like or anything, so it would be difficult to cast a spell.
So, if you don't remember going out last night, then it means
No.
we're it is very likely that we're all still under this weird spell.
It is most likely the case.
Oh dear. Well, this is just wonderful.
But it is interesting that neither of you went anywhere, if that is the case, because we
Not-
both were.
Not that I know of, anyway.
You
Yeah.
woke up from the bed just like you were.
Well, I woke up from my bed, but who's to say that I didn't go sleepwalking during the
Well-
night and just, didn't do anything?
It might be, but of course me and Sikus both had our clothes and our boots on, which was a certain clue that we were somewhere.
Yeah, both Edgar and Neith, you both woke up exactly as you went to bed, i.e., in your underclothes or whatever, So
Well, you both woke up in your clothes, and you say that, clearly you went somewhere. And you both
Well-
slept in the same... Well, it's assumed you went somewhere anyway. And you both slept in the same inn, in the same room. I have to wonder if maybe it has something to do with the inn, or someone who was staying at the inn. Maybe there's a clue in your room, something.
It could be a possibility. As such, it still might be an okay idea to go to my friend, but I don't know. I'm worried about this situation, of course, because it was said that it's a deadly poison, so...
Well, your
Yes.
friend's place is on the way to the inn, isn't it?
Yes,
mean,
if we
place
go
is sort
there.
of here, it's not that far away.
Yeah,
Festivus place.
it's we could just
Visit
go
there.
there, and then we'd go past Ward's Crossing and head back to the inn you stayed at.
Yes.
We could do that if that sounds okay to you guys.
Either that or then going into the... And I could try to be casting the spell and see if I can locate the item that I, so to speak, stole. I heard nonetheless what the item was, right?
It was a trophy or something.
Trophy, yeah, I didn't hear it.
From the
I might-
yeah, it wasn't specified.
A trophy
You
from
can
the
always.
collector.
You could always ask the guy.
Yes.
The
You know
crier.
what? Actually Edgar's gonna walk up to the town crier, and he's gonna ask. You mentioned something's been stolen. Can you tell me anything more?
I cannot. Only the collector will know. He is very tight-lipped about his things. I only know it was one of his trophies.
All right. Well, who is the collector, and where is he?
The collector is a man of great repute within the city. He lives in the residential district on Brass Street. You cannot miss it. It's a very large house. I am assuming you are looking to look for this item. If so, I would speak to him.
Yep. Maybe he'll be able to pay a nice hefty sum of gold. Thanks, crier. I'll say my goodbyes, and Edgar will step away from the man. So, residential district in a house on Brass Street.
Yeah, it's up there somewhere.
Well, I'm sure if
Yeah.
he's a man of if he's a well-known man of great repute and has like a whole yeah, Jube. Thanks, crier, said ruefully. Yeah. If this collector is a man of like repute and he's like well known and probably very wealthy too, if he has a trophy room, it'll probably be a very big house or something that stands out rather a lot. So if we don't know which one it is, we'll probably be able to ask people around the residential area, but yeah. But anyway, now we have another lead.
Yes.
Considering what we could do is okay, Edgar's gonna say, well, I'm a mercenary, fellows. I'm a mercenary, so I do jobs for coin. So if I wanted to, I could easily go to the residential sector area and try to pose as someone who's taking a job from the collector, and in doing so, maybe we could learn some more information.
Well, we could be splitting up and just me and someone else to go and see about the note. If we wish to
Yeah,
do so.
I think that's a good idea. Also, we
That's a
we
good
should
idea.
definitely check out your poison situation. So
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely need to figure out about that. The
So-
thing is, unless we know like a really, really good doctor or something who would know about it, or like an apothecary. The only really lead we have is to go back to the room in the inn and see if there was something left behind, or maybe if someone saw something.
Mm.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I say you and Seekers probably check out the collector
Okay.
and try to get information from him, and me and Kiara will check her room and see what her friend has to say about the note. Because I would like to be there.
Yes, I was thinking so.
Seekers could pass off as my assistant or something.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Right. Mercenary types hang out with all types.
Do we meet up then in the tavern where my place is?
I think that's a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah, we could.
It's kind of on the way then. If you go from the upper part, then we go from the lower part here.
We could still check with Agatha at the temple if you want, in case she's able to identify the poison. If you don't find
That
anything
could also
here
be
yet.
helpful, though she probably has heard. How trustworthy is she? Considering what would she think
That's a
when
good
she
point. She
hears the news?
she is a priestess, however, and it is kind of her her
And she
job.
might
Well,
see that-
it's her calling to help others, and I think she might be more trustworthy than you think.
Should we then just head to... Well, it's probably best that when you know her nonetheless, that then you should be there too when I go there.
I'll be there as well. But we'll only tell her if we don't find anything out at the inn or from the
Okay.
collector.
So
Let's
how
go
about
there.
this? We split and then we meet in front of the temple once we all have done what we were set out to do.
Yeah, we can meet in front of the temple.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so we'll do Kiara and Neith first, since they will get there to their destination before anyone
That's
else. So you're off to Festigrin's place. All right, let me just find that then. Festigrin's boutique, he calls it.
Yes.
This is a small pokey shop, tucked away down some sort of side alley. It's a very ramshackle, unorganized place. It smells musky, smells a bit like dead things. It's not particularly a very nice place, not very well laid out. It's full of trinkets and baubles and weird, odd things. Festigrim himself is a portly man, old, bearded, dresses quite, what's the word? Oddly, but not oddly. But, yes, so...
Very eccentric?
eccentric, that's it. So he's a very eccentric individual. When he sees you come in, he's like, Kiara, come over here. Look at these shrunken heads that I've just had imported in. Aren't they wonderful?
Sounds like
I
a
go
cool
on
guy.
and say, yes, they are very interesting for certainty.
Neith had a close look, with her glasses and inspecting them.
Is there something I can help you with?
Well, I wonder, would you have any idea what this note that we stumbled on would say? Or would you know anyone who might have any knowledge?
So you sort of show him the note. He looks at it through a pair of very small reading spectacles, sort of studying it for a while, and slowly nods and says, yes, I could probably decipher this. Yes, it looks, yes, definitely I could do this, yes.
That would be great. Do you have any idea how long that would take?
Well, it's not really a question of how long, more how much.
Yes, so how much would this cost?
I'm afraid that my boutique does not run itself. I would be looking for a price of 50 gold to to decipher this for you.
50 gold. That's a bit pricey, isn't it?
Well, if you can find anybody else in the city who can do it and offer a better price, I would certainly send you to them.
Well,
Well, I don't have such money, as you very well know. I'm a traveler, but
There is another way of payments, if you would be interested.
what would this be?
I obtained an artifact from a duo of miscreants recently, and it turns out that the charmed amulet which I bought does not work. If you were to recover that from them, I would quite happily spend some time deciphering this. It would only take an hour or so.
Okay, well, what do you think, Neith?
well, 50 gold is a lot of money, and I don't have 50 gold. So I think we might have to do the other thing.
Yeah, because I don't know if your friend in the library can really actually get this done, and it will take a long time, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He
you will
seems
accept
very-
the contract?
I
Yes?
guess we don't have a choice.
By the look at them, they looked like they were the sort of people who would sleep in the basement. One was a dwarf, and the other a rather large grelkin. I trust that if you spend some time around there, you will find them.
Oh,
So there
boy.
was a dwarf.
Yes, a dwarf,
And a
a bearded dwarf, yes, and
Okay.
Oh, a bearded one, will that?
Mm.
I should have mentioned, sorry, that he's got a white streak down the front of his beard, and that matches the description of the guy who we saw earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you didn't
Well,
see any greatness. So.
Thank you for the information. Would you have any items, by the way, which would cure poison? A really, really powerful poison.
You know enough about Festagrin, by the way, to know that
That
most of
he
what
doesn't
he
have
sells is
Yeah.
junk.
Yeah,
So he
okay.
will tell, yes, I do. I have this amulet here, and this potion, and this charm up here. If you were to buy all three and wear them and drink the potion, I guarantee that it will be fixed. It will only cost you
Well-
100 gold.
Well, thank you for the offer, but I think this is enough that you would be then doing this after we find the item.
Very well. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay.
Well, we're heading in that direction anyway, right?
So, oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. He wants you to collect 30 gold from these characters because that's what he paid for the item that doesn't, he's not happy with.
Do you think I should just try to be seen where the dwarf would be right now, or should we go to the temple and just hope to be meeting with them around there, and then Seekus and Edgar, I mean, and look what we do after that? I should be able to find out where he is.
Well, I'm not a fighter, so I'm not sure how I'm going to beat 30 coin out of a dwarf with the axe.
Yes, it's probably best that we meet up first, because he could move in the meantime. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we're heading to the temple.
All right. So you head to the temple. So let's just assume, for the sake of argument, you reach about here as these two reach the collector's house. So doesn't take much finding. Like I say, you might have to ask directions, but you're pointed into the right direction. So let me just find the notes for you. So it's a very large grand house, sort of on its own ground. It's actually got like a wall around it, like a 6-foot wall. A very sort of strong, sturdy abode. Very large windows. It's got its own security. There's a gate in the front with a guard, like a mercenary type, obviously not a city guard, who sort of like stands idly by the gate. and eyes you warily as you approach.
Okay. Well, Edgar's gonna walk up to the guard, and he's gonna say, "Hi, I'm looking for the collector."
Well, you found the right place. This is the collector's house, though I'm afraid he's very busy and very upset with the recent breaking, so I'm afraid he will not be accepting any visitors.
Right, well, I'm here about the break-in. I'm a mercenary, looking to offer my services to him to help him find his missing trophy.
He thinks about it for a bit, and then he sort of like does a whistle, and another guard comes from inside the grounds, and he has a word with the guard through the gate, and then the other guard wanders off into the house. Just be a minute, and you wait.
All right.
And you wait and you wait and you wait for quite a while, and eventually the guard comes back out and talks to the other guard at the other side of the fence, on your side, and the guard you're speaking to turns to you and says, "The collector will see you," and he opens the gate just a little bit to allow you in to the very well-maintained garden, with this nice path leading up to a path, solid oak doors.
Alright.
And the guard who's in the ground sort of escorts you and opens the door for you so you can head into the rather large house.
Okay, come along then, Seekus.
Right with you.
Good.
The collector is waiting for you, as in these sort of his meeting hallway. He's a rather tall, gaunt man. He's old, but he looks very healthy. He's quite drawn, but he sort of has a presence about him, and he says, he's sort of level. He's about 6'4", but not as wide as Edgar. And he'd have to look up at Seekers, obviously. But yes, he doesn't seem perturbed by either of you, and he stands with his hands on his... No, he stands with his hands folded. And he says... Yeah, Monty Python. So, you wish to know about the breaking and my lost item?
And, Edgar nods, and he says, I'm here to hopefully maybe work for you and try to help you find this item.
I would very much like to get it back, although I really don't think that's going to happen with the thief infected as she is. She probably won't last very long, so even if she does manage to sell it somewhere, by the time you find her, she may not be alive.
Well, that's why time is of the essence. I'll need any clues you can give me that might point in her direction. Because even if she dies, she might have contacts or locations I can look for, and it would help to know what the item I'm looking for is.
He rubs his chin thoughtfully, thinks and says, "Very well. I see no harm in it. I will not be able to offer you an advance on this job, you understand. If you return it, you will be rewarded gratefully, though I must admit I do not really think that's very likely. However, if you would follow me," and he leads you through this marvelously big house, very well decorated. Seekers, I would actually have you roll something here.
Okay.
Seekers,
Both of us?
No, just Seekers.
Oh, just Seekus. Okay, sorry.
Just Seekers. Just give me a straight up agility check. Just roll a dice and add your agility.
Are you checking to see if he hits his head on like a banister up top or something?
Just roll the dice.
Okay. I'm still here?
It's okay, mate.
Emmy has to go
Yes.
AFK for a second.
That's fine. Did you roll the 11?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You almost knock over a very expensive-looking vase. Because he's got like lots of nice things hanging around, tapestries and weapons on the wall, and lots of knickknacks, but not the same as Festig. Not that you've seen Festig's place, but yes, really just nice things everywhere. Very, very ornate and antique things, and you almost, but you don't, thankfully. Right, so he leads you into what you can only assume is a main chamber, a very tall area. Around the sides of it are display cabinets. And this tall chamber has a vaulted ceiling with some windows high up top without any glass in them. And he walks over to one of the display cabinets, which is open, and he says, "Here, this is where the fang of the serpent once lay, and now it has been taken from me. Don't stand there!" he says as Seekus shuffles. "You would regret standing there. Don't stand! Don't move! Don't move!
Right.
Step away from that flagstone."
Oh,
Traps,
I have the
I'm
place.
assuming.
Yes, I have to be careful with my belongings. I have spent an absolute age collecting, and people are very jealous. So I take precautions. Seems the thief last night did not realize this.
Right. So Edgar's gonna look up at the ceiling at one of the windows, and he's gonna ask the collector. I assume the thief got in through one of those windows.
Yes, she was not seen entering, but one of my guards saw her gliding back down, dagger in hand. It can only be assumed that she is some sort of air mage, being able to glide through the air like that. And she vaulted the wall as if it wasn't there, so obviously quite agile as well. The dagger you are looking for is an item of note. It has been passed through the generations and is an item of legend. You are looking for a dagger in the shape of two snakes, ornate, jeweled, worth a king's fortune. But do not let it scratch you, for it is filled with every poison in the known world. To do so would mean certain death, much like the one that our poor thief has inflicted herself with. I do have a name for it. Hang on, just give me a second. Yes, the demon ink is coursing through her veins as we speak.
and this, I guess, to help us track this thief down. Is there somebody who can cure this poison?
Cure it.
I don't know about curing. Maybe it would be better to ask what the symptoms are, so we can identify the thief if we find someone with those symptoms.
I mean, we can also find where it might be going to, what places to look.
I care not about the thief. Let her die. She'll be breaking into cold and hot sweats. She will be shivering. She will be getting weaker and weaker as the day goes on, and paler until eventually she'll be bedridden and finally just die.
Interesting. Very interesting. So, your whole sort of house has traps like this? Just everywhere? What
I
sort of
am
traps
not
are
going
they?
to divulge that information to you.
Fine.
If you would now
Fair
please leave. You have all the information you require. The guards will escort you out, and suddenly they're there, stationed
Fair
at the guard.
Yeah, okay. Edgar will nod. He'll say, fair enough, I think that's all we need. Thanks for your time. We'll see if we can find the thief and hopefully the dagger.
All right, cool.
And then we'll leave. And Edgar will whisper to Seekus and say, please don't knock over a vase, because I don't want to pay for it.
I'm with you. Arms raised. Well, look, that'd probably be worse too. He'd probably have stuff hanging.
He's just got.
He
could-
does.
What he could do is he could tuck his arms.
Yeah.
Sort of.
As you're
to
sort of
himself.
being escorted, it's a little easier for you to navigate. You know, you're kept to the middle of the corridors and such. So, yes. And you managed to get out without breaking anything. So.
Okay, good. All right. So we're outside, I assume now.
Yes.
Is actually are we in the doorway, like right outside the door with the collector, and he's just shutting the door behind us?
No,
or
you're
are
out.
we
You've
just already
been
outside?
ushered out the gate. Yes, so you're in the street
All
again.
right. Well, one last thing I want to do, just to make sure. I want to talk to the guard in front, and I want to ask, do you know which of the guards was the one who saw the thief on the night of the robbery?
That would be me, sir.
Ah,
He
all
says
right.
his chest poking out. Yes, I saw her.
All right. Well, can you tell me what you saw? What the thief looked like, etc., etc.
I
they were
saw she was definitely female. Dark hair flowing behind her as she ran, very fleet of foot. She floated down from that window like a feather and vaulted. As soon as I called out to her, but she was gone. She vaulted over the wall and into the night.
Okay, so thinking to myself is Edgar. I'm not going to mention it to the guard, but is it like roughly a similar description to what Kiara would look like?
Yeah.
Okay, so that confirms that. Edgar just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So okay. That's what we're trying to find out, Juke. We're trying to find out if Kira actually chose this of her own volition or if she was possessed. That's what the characters are trying to discover. So, what's next? I think next we were just going to go to the temple and meet the others in front.
Yeah, that's first.
Alright, well, let's head that direction then.
Yep. All right.
That's
So
right.
you head to the temple. Let's gather you all together, and I'll get the floor plan out for this. Again. Give me a second. Now where are you?
Oh, Juke, everyone discovered that Kira had done it because when Kira woke up in her room after night, she was in her clothing as though she had been outside, and she also woke up with a little wound in her arm that was poisoned, and she wasn't sure what it was at first, but as we were walking through the streets, a town crier mentioned that someone known as the Collector was missing something from their collection, and they gave a description of who the thief was, and it sounded a lot like Kira, and the crier also mentioned that the thief had been poisoned, so it was rather apparent to everyone that Kira was the one who most likely committed the thievery. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
The
It's-
thieves.
I hope that explains everything adequately, Juke.
We just got a second
Or
opinion
you-
from the
whatever.
Filthy little thieves.
Habits.
So,
We hate them, we do.
anyway, we're not going. Yep. He's not in this.
Yeah, okay, so we're at the temple. I think we're meeting outside of it at first, though.
The beggar is sort of past now. Yeah, okay, outside. Sorry. The beggar was there to. He saw them all enter the starting area. But yeah, that's all he sort of said, really.
There's a little more to the plot, Juke, but maybe someone else can hopefully explain it while we play. If not, maybe it'll become apparent, or we can try to explain it later if there's like another intermission or something.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. Or something.
Or something.
Something. Okay, anyway.
You all meet at the temple.
Oh yes, there's some porridge involved.
Kiara and Neith would get there first, but I'm thinking they would possibly wait outside because they're
Yes.
waiting for Edgar to arrive. So that shouldn't take too long to wait, and then you all sort of like,
Okay.
meet there together. So you're basically out here in the street for now. So if you want to chat before you go in, or what, I don't want to,
Okay, so
share your knowledge.
yeah, we'll walk up to Kiara and Neith and we'll say hi. I think the first thing Edgar will ask is, did you learn anything new?
Well, we actually kind of made a deal because it would be too expensive otherwise, but he can translate what the note says, but it will mean that we have to do something for him. And this something is actually, well, something that Sigus was involved at night, most likely, with the dwarf that we met actually before.
So what is it exactly? Like something's missing, perhaps?
Yes, something
Okay.
more is missing.
And it was a dwarf and Seekus? You know for certain
Yes,
it was Seekus?
well, it was considering that he also woke up wearing clothes and he was also most likely gone somewhere. And there was a dwarf who was exactly like the dwarf we met in the
Basement.
basement.
Yeah.
It is at least my best guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
And
you
he,
learn anything else? Or oh, sorry.
yeah, we basically have to get 30 coin out of them
Right. Okay.
and bring it back to him.
So, is that all you learned then?
Yes.
All right. Well, we went to the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We figured that it's probably better if you do the talking to the dwarf. So that's why we headed back straight away.
Yeah,
I can-
I think Seekus can handle that.
Yeah, and I can most likely find out where he is at the moment. I hope so, at least. I should be
All right.
able to.
Well, we went to the collector's house, and as far as he's concerned, we're working for him, trying to find the thief and the artifact that was stolen, and we got a fair bit of info from him. So, he led us through his house and showed us where the display cabinets of his collection are, and he showed us the one that had his missing artifact. There are windows in the ceiling, but there isn't any glass, so I'm assuming that's where you, Edgar nods at Kira, got in. And yeah, the display cabinet was open, and the collector mentioned that it held something called the Fang of the Serpent. It was a dagger of sorts, apparently an item of legend. Edgar shrugs, kind of dismissing it. It's in the shape of two snakes. It's rather jeweled, very ornate, apparently worth a fortune, and it's filled with many, many poisons, pretty much all the poisons known to man, as far as I can tell. Getting cut by it means you're basically guaranteed to die. But I don't think you were scratched by the dagger, Kira, so you don't have to worry about that. Instead, you were definitely caught by one of the traps. The collector mentioned that the trap in question had the demon ink poison in it. So
Okay.
that's what you're infected with. Well, poisoned by, rather. We know what it's called. It's the demon ink. So maybe
Well-
someone around here would be able to know what to do about that.
Thank you for the help in that. It's good to know what it is at least. Neith,
According
do
to the
you?
guard... Oh, sorry. Yeah, according to the
Yeah.
guard in front, by the way, it was definitely you who was there that night, in case there was any doubt.
Well, I don't exactly know air magic as they think, but I can do what they said I would have done, so I'm not surprised as such.
Interesting. All right. Well, now that we've talked about our
Neith?
information,
Do
yeah.
you happen to know anything about this poison that he mentioned?
Is the demonic familiar?
Let me think. I guess I'm doing a lore check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shouldn't know that by now. 6 and 2. Oh, Jesus.
Aw.
Not quite sure, really. No.
I am dumb.
It's been a rough 2 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it has.
Well, sadly, I can't recall anything right now, which is probably the reason why I couldn't heal it earlier. So,
That is unfortunate. Well, I guess we better go and see about this
yeah.
possible cure.
Right. Well, we're here at the temple, so we can pop in and say hi to Agatha.
Yes.
You'll know something.
Right, you heading in?
Yes, I'll be following
Unless someone else
Edgar.
wants to. Yeah, unless someone else wants to do something, I guess we're heading in.
No, I think that's good.
Okay, I'll just take the liberty. Oh, you're doing it anyway. Okay, cool. Okay.
I did it. Yeah.
All right. Agatha is there, polishing the benches. She looks up and sees you, hurries over to you, completely just forgets her thing. There's a couple of priests, pottering around, doing priestly sort of things. But yeah, she hurries over to Edgar and says, "Oh, I am not surprised to see you again." And then she sort of, her eyes drift to the others around you, and she sees Neith first, and she says, "My child, may I?" And she reaches her hand to touch your cheek. Neith?
Yeah, sorry, I just got distracted for a second.
Okay, she's sort of like reaching to touch your cheek.
Okay.
Okay.
I lean back a bit and look at her.
She sort of like insists and says, "Please."
Edgar's just gonna nod at Neith and say, "Let her do it."
All right. I'm gonna lean forward.
Okay, she does. She puts her just 3 fingers, or a thumb and 2 fingers, on your face, and then she sort of turns to the giant form of Seekus, and she sort of holds out her hand, and she's only like 5'3" or something, so she's "Do you mind?" As if do you want to?
Sure.
So you'll have to stoop. But yeah, she
More than what a girl can already stoop.
Again, the same with Kiara. So obviously she's here, and then she looks at you all and says, "I think you'd better all come with me." And she goes in here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I follow.
Yes, I follow too.
Okay.
So she explains that you're all marked in the same way as she did with Edgar.
Right.
Same sort
Okay.
of conversation.
And Edgar didn't mention anything earlier because he was kind of skeptical at first. That's kind of his nature about this sort of thing. But now that he's heard that everyone is marked and they all woke up in the same basement and everything, that kind of confirms it for him.
She also notices that Kiara is very sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I am very sick at the moment.
Do you mind? Do you mind if I look at your wounds? Or wound?
I don't say anything, but I give my hand towards her then.
Okay. She sort of like examines the wound on your arm, and she inspects it for a little while and says, "Demon's ink. Oh, my child, what have you been doing? No doubt this is part of the mark. Your will is not your own. I must help you. But demon ink is very potent. I do know a way to cure it. I can brew a poison. Alas, there is one ingredient I do not have."
Dun, dun, dun.
What is that ingredient?
Illumos.
Illumos?
Illumos. It is a kind of algae that grows underground in dank, wet places where the sun never touches. There is The only place I can think that it may be in Eishion would be the sewers.
How do you spell Illumos, by the way? Just for my notes. 'Cause I'm writing this down.
ILLU.
Mhm.
Moss.
And then just Moss. Okay, yeah, I spelled it right. Yay!
It's
Got it.
it glows in the dark.
Yeah, the name kind of made me think about that.
Do not let sunlight touch it, for it would kill it. Keep it hidden. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Do you have any knowledge how much time I have left?
Oh. She sort of turns a kind eye to you and says, "A day."
That is not much.
That is
Well,
not-
I guess
Maybe
we
2.
gotta get to the sewers pretty quick then.
urgently.
Mm-hmm.
And it figures there would be a sewer level there.
Yeah, I had to.
Okay, it's cool. I mean, it makes sense. That would be the only place such a moss would grow, because there aren't, like, caves in the city. So,
Yeah, see, because I'm going to send you a message, Loon. Just a second. Something that I didn't put on your things, but all right.
Should we go there then first before continuing our other work?
I would definitely suggest so, yes.
Yes.
The quicker we get you healed, the quicker, or the less we have to worry about.
Indeed.
Okay.
Ah. So are we all agreed then? Sewers?
sewers? Yeah, I guess so. So, we're gonna ask Agatha, or I'm gonna ask Agatha, do you know where the nearest manhole is? The nearest entrance to the sewers?
If she doesn't, I do.
Oh,
I
you do.
I do not spend much time in the sewers.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to, Agatha. I don't mean to imply that.
I'm not sure the priestess knows, but I mean, you never know.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help, Agatha. Also, is it like about... I was reading the chat, and someone mentioned, isn't it time for lunch? And that's a good question. What time is it? Is it time to eat?
In the game,
In the game, yeah.
I suspect probably now in another sort of like more, I suppose, casual dungeon crawly sort of game, you would have to eat once a day, and you've sort of already done that. It counts at one point, but
How far
for the
they are.
for the realism factor of this sort of campaign, yeah, you should probably decide to eat again. I mean, you can have
Okay.
provisions or whatever.
So, I'm gonna ask Agatha if she has any food to spare for the four of us.
She thinks for a while. Says, as you know, we have little, but I shall give you what I can. And basically, yeah, she'll run off and maybe not some porridge, but some bread or whatever. So you'll get a provision each. So I mean, you can eat that now, I suppose. So yeah, I suppose she'll feed you because she's nice.
Yay.
Nice. Thank you.
Yay!
From Seekus.
So wait, are we just eating it now?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can just eat
Yeah.
it now. I mean, you're around the
Okay,
table
yeah.
and everything.
Let's
so
eat it now. Yeah, we might as well. Because I was
Okay.
just wondering whether or not I should add a provision to my inventory. Okay, but anyway, I guess once we've eaten, we're just gonna go, right?
Yeah.
to the
Okay, so-
sewers.
Yeah, Edgar will thank Agatha and say goodbye. And
So
yeah,
will
I
we.
guess I'll head off.
Okay. So have we established where the sewers are? Like the
Well,
entrance?
Seekus wants to speak up now. He's kind of motioning, maybe he wants to talk. First of all, the entrance to the sewers is in the mud flats in the docks. Secondly, when Seekus woke up this morning, he had mud caked all over his boots. and he's trying to piece together a dwarf and himself did something the night before they didn't remember, but the only clue he has is mud and mud flats. Now he wants to talk to his foreman and ask his foreman if he knows seen anything going on before we go into the sewers.
Well, if
I
it's
will-
on the way.
I will also say that I will try to see at that point if I can sense the dwarf any nearby, so I think that should work when the sewer entrance is close.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
The
Well,
docks.
if we go back to the map, yeah, I mean, it'd be easier to.
Seekus's foreman he's the foreman of the docks.
Yeah, he'll be on the docks. So you guys are obviously up here.
We sure are.
Basement here. The docks is here, and the mud flats are sort of like in this area. They're just a bit of undeveloped dock that smaller boats will moor at. The ones that aren't big enough to reach the jetties, small rowboats and stuff.
There, I
Muds.
marked it.
Very good.
Mud. Yes.
So yeah,
Okay,
plan.
so we're heading that way, I guess. We got a plan. Yeah.
Yes.
So we can
Yes.
not only find that cure for the poison, but if there is a lead with that dwarf and stuff in there, maybe we'll find that what's it called that the fellow needed to do the thing with the thingamabob.
Thing with thing.
That?
Yeah, transcribe the runes or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, get the 30 gold.
All right. So, did anyone else want to do anything else before we head off? Anyone else have any other ideas, or is that just gonna? Okay.
I think that sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So you. All right. So just move where you're kind of going, so that I know kind of like. You're gonna go straight there.
Well, I mean, that was the plan, right?
Okay. It's just
Yep.
The basement is just that.
Time in the night is it?
Or do you want to stop? We
no,
could stop.
well.
Oh well, it's too late now.
Hmm?
I was gonna say we could stop by the basement to see if the dwarf is back there, but no, it's too late now.
We can do that. It's on the way.
No, it's too late now.
No, you can. I mean,
Speak
because
of
you've got a long way
barracks.
to walk. It might occur to you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, hang on a minute.
No one changed my portrait.
You wanna stop by the basement then?
Let's
Yeah.
stay here first.
Well,
It's on the way. Quick.
No, as you sort of reach the basement on that road, you see a dwarf and another Grailkin go into a back alley.
So
That
maybe
would
it was,
work.
well, I don't know.
Oh.
Well,
It's just a
they
glance.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just a glance. Okay.
Does it
I mean,
look
it-
like the dwarf?
It might not be them. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of other Grillkin and dwarves.
Well, it doesn't hurt to take a look. I'm
Well,
gonna follow them.
Yes, since Neith and Kira, talked to the fellow and probably got descriptions, I guess Edgar would ask, does that look like the fellas that he was talking about?
It could be. I didn't see them well enough from here.
Well, the longer we talk, the quicker they're gone. So
Okay,
Hmm.
so let's head over, and I guess what Edgar will do is he'll hang around the corner leading into the alleyway, but and he'll sneak a glance down there. He won't really stand out where people can see him. He'll just glance down and he'll see what they're doing.
All right, give me a sneak check. You get a bonus of it of +2 because you're only having a little look. It's not really, you're not really sneaking, but you're just having a little glance around the thing. So you got a bonus of +2. So
Okay, so that's a
you've got -1 to your agility, I believe, from your armor.
from my chainmail. So
yeah,
that'll be
don't forget that because I
it'll
might
be
not have changed that.
1d. It'll be 1d10 plus 6 plus 2, right? So plus 8.
Okay, you're going. We're just having a little look around the corner. So, and then we can switch to the map.
Booyah! I don't
Okay.
know if 15 is good, but booyah!
Yeah, 15 will do. For what you,
better
for-
than 10.
for what you're trying to do. It's like, oh, that's stupid. Look, this, that thing. Right. Okay,
We're just-
you lot. Come with me.
This
Again,
is all over the place.
give me just a moment.
Hmm?
I'm sorting stuff out.
There are noises in the background.
That might be me. Sorry.
Is there like a lawnmower or something?
Yes.
Got it.
I thought spooky music was about to start.
Oh,
It's the
played that.
haunted lawnmower.
That's
Do-do-do-do. Gonna chop your foot. Oh. Your foot. Your foot.
I want to suck your grass clippings.
Alrighty, let's bring you guys over here. Find you. You're not supposed to be there yet. That's because I've got to move the thing along. It's a slider, and yours is.
Right, okay.
All right, so we don't have like
hello.
corners. For you to
Okay,
peek
we
around.
could just assume,
But
just pretend.
say
Maybe there's, like,
you guys are on the street and you're just like there, just peeking around. You
peeking
see a dwarf and a Gurkin, and they seem to be like having an argument about something.
Okay, can I make out what they're saying?
No, I mean the bustle of the street behind you, and they're a couple of feet away, so about 20 feet away, so you can't really. They're just gesturing to each other.
What are they doing? I ask. Because
Looks
I'm
like
not
they're
looking.
Looks like they're having an argument about something, but I can't hear what they're saying.
I will try to. Maybe I don't. I won't be going into the same spot as Edgar is because, well, it would be maybe a little bit bad that there would be two. But I'll try to be casting a spell,
Oh, what are you casting?
the same one that I did before.
Okay.
Which one is that?
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she didn't want to say.
Secret. Secret.
Oh, okay.
Secret
Well,
spellcastings.
I guess, I guess
I-
Edgar wouldn't know anyway. You just see her.
Yeah,
like,
I
waving her
just
hand.
I just cast a spell, so I'm just trying to be looking how did I do this again, so roll. Should be like that. I barely succeed.
Okay, you succeed.
Well, you succeeded at least. That's the good thing.
Yes.
PM me which spell you're casting. Is it the same as? Is it? Hang on, let me just.
Yeah, it's the.
You can do it on Skype if you want. It might be a bit easier.
Yeah, this doesn't want to copy immediately at least, but yeah, on Skype. So see around the corner.
So many underneath jokes. Oh my god. But
I deserve it. I chose the name. I deserve it. I gotta live with this burden.
the name's Neith. Underneath.
So basically, I just see them also
Yeah.
doing that.
I'm gonna hide the stream for a second while I check something. Still online, but it's all gone black. Don't worry about it.
I sent you a message here in the game as well. As a question.
Okay.
And it's not that one, but
I'm not dead.
I wrote just one word wrong.
I see what you're trying. Hang on, I'm going to message back on Skype.
Okay.
Like you're thinking though, right? I shall bring the stream back.
All right.
And the chat. Sorry, guys. There you go. Okay. Right then. So. They're still arguing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just watching the situation too for a moment and see the same. But as such, when I see the dwarf, does he have the same sort of a streak as the dwarf that was staying in the inn?
Yep.
Okay. So it is him most likely, and he is with that
Yeah.
Kraken.
I think
So
it's
I
safe
say
to
that-
assume that Grelkin is the one who was his
Was
co-conspirator, and not Seekus.
Well, then we don't know what Seekus was up to, though.
Yeah, but we might find out when we get to the sewers. Though, you know, if Seekus was the one working with this dwarf, the dwarf probably would have recognized him when we met him earlier.
True.
Yeah.
Unless the dwarf decided to pretend not to recognize him because there were other people around.
Oh, but we
Yeah.
met the dwarf earlier, before Seekers went to
Yeah.
sleep, so...
Yeah. But yeah, anyway.
But yeah, I'm just saying that he looks just like the dwarf inside, so it should be him.
Alright, well, we're not going to learn anything more just by hanging around out here. So, you guys want to... Maybe me and Seekus can take the lead. You guys want to
Yeah.
follow us in?
Yeah, I
That works.
stay a little bit further back.
Yeah.
Alright. Can you handle yourselves in a fight if stuff gets ugly?
Well, I'm poisoned, but I should be able to do still something.
I can keep people off me long enough for you to hopefully get rid of them. Smile.
Alright, Seekus, what's it sound like to you? You wanna walk up to them, see if we can get some information out of them?
Absolutely.
Alright,
Little one, I really want.
let's try not to fight initially, because it would probably be a good idea to see if we could get them to talk first, so we can get some information, and then we'll see what we do after that.
All right. So.
All right.
I'll let you just move yourselves like up to here.
All right.
Position yourselves how you want, you know, and then.
Sure. So I'll go in front, I guess.
I said.
Somewhere.
I said.
Somewhere, I don't know.
Cheater.
There.
Cheating.
Okay,
There you go. There.
Anyway,
It's fine. Yeah.
and when Edgar steps out, he's gonna step out with a hand on his sword, but he's not gonna draw a weapon straight away. But he's gonna have a hand on his sword.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
ready,
immediately
just
the
in case.
Grelkin who's sort of facing that way will notice you and indicate to his dwarven compadre that, you know, it's just going to point that way. So, look, got a company sort of thing. So they'll both turn to face you. They both, you know, the dwarf sort of takes a wide stance. He has his axe, of course, same one as last time, in his belt. And he sort of, again, rests his hand on the handle of his axe.
Okay. So Edgar's gonna nod to the dwarf and to the Grelkin. He's gonna say, "Oh hi, it's you again. Fancy seeing you."
Mighty fine, comfy bed you had there," he says to Seekus.
He shrugs. Seeker shrugs. Smiles.
Nice purse of coin as well.
How much did you have? Fine.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look at the dwarf's axe a bit warily, and I think Edgar's gonna say, "You can put that away, bud. We're just here to talk."
Talk then. What do you want?
Okay. So Edgar shrugs, and he says, Well, there's talk of what was it that was missing? It was like an amulet or something.
Mm?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a certain merchant who's missing a little something.
Oh, him?
He said,
Yeah, we riled him all right, didn't we? He sort of, nudges the Grill King, who sort of nods and grins and drools.
"Oh, yeah,
Sent you, did he?
yep, he sure
You
did."
won't get anything out of us. You better just turn around and walk away.
No, Mr. Dwarf. I think it's you who'd better turn around and walk away, and I'm going to try to intimidate this fellow. Edgar's going to take a bit of a step forward. He's going to draw his bastard sword in his hand, and he's going to say, "Look, dude, there's me." He's not going to say dude, but he's going to say, "Listen, there's 4 of us against 2 of you, and I've dealt with my fair share of dwarves and Grelkin before, so you're either going to hand over my friend's gold over here," and he motions to Seekus, "and that amulet, or we're going to cut you down like the dogs you are. So what do you say?"
The dwarf. I mean, you can do your roll.
Yeah, I'm doing my
Do
intimidate.
your roll, yeah.
Should I help out too, or
No, well,
You wanna
no,
talk?
just do the... I mean, you haven't really said anything. You're kind of there, I know, but we'll... in fact, since you haven't made the roll yet...
Okay.
No, because I think the Grell can counter each other out, so I'm going to leave it.
okay?
I mean, yeah,
Okay, so
just do a...
1d10
you
plus
versus-
my strength.
plus
So it's
in-
plus my strength plus intimidation, so plus 9, I
Yep.
guess.
Ha! Old Grog here is bigger than that big shag of shit you got there. And those 2 pictures
Whoa!
behind you, they don't scare me. Bring it on. Draws his axe. Combat.
Fine then, if that's
How's
the
the
way it
sword?
has to
Oh, yeah.
be. Edgar readies his sword, enters a guard position, and gets ready for the dwarf to approach.
That is, if he reacts quick enough, because it's
Yeah.
initiative. So I'm going to have to add you all to turn. Hang on just a second. So what everybody has to do is roll a dice and add your initiative value. And I shall do the same for my 2 blokes.
Neith trips over her ropes. And doesn't
Oh dear.
All right, so
Wait, so what am I doing? What do I do?
roll
Sorry,
a dice
I was
and add your
typing
initiative.
chat. Oh,
Okay,
roll
so-
the dice and add my initiative, okay.
Yep.
So,
Sorry,
So, oh my God, you guys.
This is excellent beginning.
So Kiara got. You got 8.
oh, I got an 11.
You got a 6. 6.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know how that M got in there in my roll. I should be 6 plus 5, 11.
There should be 11. Okay. And I also got an 11. All right. So this is for the dwarf. Ooh.
Oh crap.
Oh, Jesus.
He was ready for it, wasn't he? And the Grelkin. It's 5 as well. Actually, it looks a bit too much. No, it's all right. So I'm afraid.
Come on. Oh, this is. God, I look like some kind of pushover now.
Yeah. Right, let me
Only
just get
happened
you
back.
guys in order. So because Seekus and Edgar rolled the same, you two get to decide who moves first, between you. But we go first.
Okay, yeah, they go first. I think we can decide depending on what it is the enemy
Yes.
does.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, I'm letting you know now. All right, it's a dwarf. Coming to get you. So, how this works is, let's little bit further down past your special abilities, you'll have an attack. Let me just pull it up actually, because I've got an example here. Where is it? There.
Attack reference?
Attack reference, yes. And it'll have a weapon next to it with attacks, AS, and damage.
Right.
Okay, so the weapon is obviously the weapon that you're using, which is your bastard sword.
Yep.
Because I think you'll have two. You'll have a sword as well on yours.
Yeah, but I'm using the bastards.
Yeah. Okay. So that's for attacking, obviously. You've also got defense over on the other side, and you'll have values for the weapon that you're using, armor and shield, possibly depending on what you've got equipped. And I think you've just got a bastard sword, so you'll have a weapon and armor value.
Sword and my armor. Yeah.
Okay. So and the DS, which is your defense strength. So what you're doing is you're rolling your dice and adding your defense strength of whichever parry you want to use. You got to tell me which parry you're using first.
Okay, so I can use either armor or my bastard sword.
Yeah. So you're either raising your sword up to parry it, type of thing,
Okay.
or you're trying to roll with you're trying to have your armor defeat the
Right.
blow, so it keeps your weapon free.
What I could do is, since the dwarf is right up to me and he's raising his axe, what I could try to do is, my character's not going to move anywhere on the board, but just for visualization's sake, he's going to take a step forward and he's going to try to, get his left arm sort of up as like a guarding arm and see if he can get it against the haft of the axe so it stops his blow before it comes down. And I'm just going to pretend that's like my parry or my armor or whatever.
All right. So
it's
I'll have to-
dice plus 15.
Yes, I shall roll this. So this is I've got 2 attacks. This is the first one. So I got 14, which is pretty poor. So you'll have succeeded in your parry, basically.
Okay, so that's guaranteed then.
Yeah, but that parry is used. You don't have to roll the dice because you'll get more than. Unless you roll a 1. Yeah, roll it.
Okay, so
If you roll a 1, it's
1d10 plus 15, right?
yeah. Again, the 15 sort of. Yeah. Okay,
No,
so
it's a 20.
so you easily defeat that attack. Okay.
Okay.
You can't
One
use that parry again this turn.
more. All right.
But you'll have others, and the dwarf has another attack, which you'll. So what sort of parries have you got left? Have you got another one with your armor?
I've
or
got
what?
one more armor parry, and I have one bastard sword parry.
Okay, so which one are you going to use?
I'm gonna use. So how does it work with the parries? Like, after the battle is done, will I get 2 parries for my armor back again? Or
Yeah. Well,
how does
once
it
this
work?
turn is done, you'll get them back.
Oh, once the turn is done. Okay, well
Yeah.
I'll use my You know what? I'll use my bastard sword this time.
All right.
I'm kind of worried, like if the Grelkin.
Oh, it's a critical hit.
Jesus!
It's a critical
So-
hit. So you don't.
Wow.
All right. So you don't add a dice roll. The parry's still used up, but you just use your base defense strength, which is what
My base defense strength is
for that parry.
Oh, for bastard sword, it's 12.
Okay, so I beat you by 10. So I roll my damage and add 10. $16 points of damage. That's your vitality.
God damn. So, yeah, my vitality is 25, so I have 9 vitality left.
Yep. Critical hit.
Wow, that's just.
Thank God
Oh,
you got a healer.
God damn it, Nuffle.
Alright, that's the dwarf's turn over. It's the Grelkin's turn. He's gonna go toe-to-toe with Seekus.
Thank God.
Yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it? You had your little verbal duel with the dwarf, and the trolls are.
Yeah, and then he kicks my ass.
Well.
That's
yeah.
just embarrassing.
Okay, so. So, yeah, the Grelkin. So, Loon,
Uh-huh.
on your character sheet, a little under the special abilities,
Yep.
you'll have defense reference.
Yes.
It's filled in, right? I've done that. So what does it say? Just let me know. Under weapon, I'm assuming, because you don't have any armor, do you?
No, but I do have a shield.
You have got, yes, okay, you've got a shield. Excellent. I've given you an unarmored thing.
Yes.
Okay, good, because you should have that as well, because you've got your hide as well to protect you. So, you're being attacked. Which parry do you want to use? Remember, higher DS equals better.
Right, and you also have the broadsword in here for 2 parries.
Yeah, because you're really good with your two-handed weapon, aren't you? So you can use that to parry as well. So essentially you've got 4 parries, so you can parry 4 attacks a turn. So if you were set on by a mob, you're really good at, defending multiple attacks. If you're in out of parries, you're kind of, in a turn, you're kind of knackered, but you'll be alright, especially, against one opponent. So,
Did you say two-handed?
oh, whatever it is, doesn't matter. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Yeah, it's a broadsword, isn't it?
I know
Yeah, it's
it
one-handed. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's just one-handed. You could even turn that into a hammer if you want to use that instead, because you had a hammer, didn't you? So you can replace same stats, just it's your hammer. So yeah. So which parry do you want to use against the attack? You got to say before I roll it. That's all.
I'll use the shield. That's good.
All right, you're gonna raise your shield against it. All right. I roll 24.
Oh my god.
These are 2 tough opponents, when it was.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh, well.
We're just like 2 dockside thugs and we're getting our asses kicked.
Deadly
I roll
combat.
D10 plus what? Or I roll...
You roll it and add your defense strength for that parry.
Yeah.
Nice. So you
Nice.
well, it wasn't that bad. It's I beat you by 4, so I roll my
4
damage. Yeah, I roll my damage and add 4. Because you get your base damage plus whatever you exceeded the parry. Because it's basically how much you beat the parry by. Whether it's just a glancing blow, whether it's a full-on chop to the head like you just received. You receive 10 points of vitality damage.
Okay. That takes me down to 18.
It is.
Could be worse. You could be at 9.
It is your go, guys. So Edgar and Seekus, it doesn't. I suppose it doesn't really matter what you do, but it's your go.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really. How about I take the dwarf, you take the Grelkin, okay? So
Okay.
now all we need to do is decide who goes first. We could roll for it if you want.
I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, because I want to get revenge on this goddamn dwarf.
I hate
All right.
him too. So.
Kick his
Yeah.
butt.
So
You'll have a number of attacks and an attack
yeah,
strength.
so let's see. So with my bastard sword, I get 2 attacks, and I have an attack strength of 12, and I can do 2d10 damage.
Yeah, so you've got quite a lot of damage with that. Only do
Yes,
1 attack at a time, and then I'll do 1 parry at a time. I've only got 1 parry because it's an NPC, so. But I've only got one sort of
Okay.
value. I've got 2 parries, but of 1 value. If you see what I mean.
Okay.
So
since I have 2 attacks, can I attack the dwarf twice? Or...
you can attack the dwarf. You can attack the dwarf and the Grelkin. It's up to
And the
you.
Grelkin?
1 against the dwarf, 1 against the Grelkin.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like both at the same time. Like a big arcing cleave.
No, you don't have.
But I don't have that.
You don't have that skill. No.
Okay, so I'll attack the dwarf. I'll just
Swipe at him. Swipe.
Yeah, I'll
Swipe him
bring
in
a-
twain.
I'll bring a cut down diagonally towards his neck. Not like, to decapitate him, but like down his neck into his chest, basically, is what
Yep.
I'm going for. Anyway, so I roll 2d10
One
plus my
d10.
attacks.
Always 1.
No.
Always
Oh,
1
one?
dice. Yeah, 2d10 is for your damage.
Oh, right. Okay, so 1d10 plus...
Attack strength.
Which is 12. Okay.
Critical hit!
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
So that
You're
means that I cannot
fantastic.
roll a dice even though the parry is used, so you beat my score by 10. It's exactly the same as last time. So you roll your damage and add 10 to the roll.
So my damage is 2d10. Yeah, and then I add 10. 14.
Wow! Oh, I was expecting you to just utterly destroy him
I
there.
thought so too. I thought I would just dominate him.
But you've got another attack.
Did it still kill him?
You got
Oh,
another
I have
attack.
another attack. That's right. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep focusing on the dwarf. I
Yep.
think.
Okay. So go ahead.
Right. So, my first cut sort of left its mark.
Definitely,
I'm gonna-
you hacked him into his neck.
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring it back around to go for a horizontal cut along his like towards his temple, basically, of his head.
Wow. Okay, he's gonna
I don't know. I don't
cut
know
his
why I'm
brain off.
describing these.
It's cool. No,
but
it's good. Yeah, go for it. I should be doing it really. I'm just like roll this, roll that. But I gotta make sure you get the mechanics
Okay,
right. You see, so
roll again 1d10 plus 12.
yep. Oh my god! What the hell?
Holy
Nice.
cow!
Your character is piss. So
He really
But
is. He does not like losing. Let me
roll.
tell you.
Okay, so yeah, roll your dice 2d10. You know your damage plus 10.
22. There we
Nice.
go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the swipe, you know, it may make some sort of vague attempt to block it, but you just completely just destroy. His axe shatters into a million pieces, and your sword cleaves into his temple, slices the top of his head off.
You.
And then I kick him over with my leg in anger and disgust. Spit on
His
his
body
corpse.
kind of like rests there, like on its feet, and
Please
yeah,
tell
you
me
can just.
he pissed himself in his last moments.
Oh yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, that was great.
Seekus.
Alright.
You'll go. So yeah, for your hammer, you'll have a number of attacks
3,
and an AS and attack strength.
12,
And I have a number of parries and defense strength, which is the same actually. So, yep, go ahead and roll your dice and add your attack strength to that. $19. All right. So I shall try and defend that. Have I pressed it? Press it. 14. All right. So he tries to deflect it, doesn't quite. So you win by 5. So you'll have a damage value. So
2d10.
roll that. Nice. So should it be 2d10? It shouldn't be 2d10 because
That's what you got on there.
yeah, I know, but
Did I
it's
change it?
it's wrong. Hang on.
Or d10 plus 2 is what it said.
Well, that's what it should be then.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So so it's 2d10 plus 2 plus 4. Sorry, 5. So it's actually 2d10 plus 7 for this round. Sorry, d10 plus 7. That's your damage. If you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Which vitality does this guy have? Alright.
Nice.
Yeah, 17 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And do you get more attacks? I believe you do.
Yeah, 2 more.
2 more. Oh god. Alright then, go ahead. So do the same thing. Roll dice, add your attack strength. Brings the sword around. His hammer around for another sword.
Yeah. He's just clocking away on top of his head.
He's got a hammer, Connor. I wrote sword on his character sheet, but I forgot that he has a hammer, which is the same thing, basically. 15, right? I get to make a parry for that. Ah, okay. It's only 13. The critical miss doesn't count. That still counts as 13. So you get two extra damage on him, plus what it says on your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Yeah, you bring your hammer down on the Grelkin's skull, which most people wouldn't be able to even reach because it's a very big Grelkin, but you manage it no problem. And crack his skull open. His brains fly everywhere, and
Just pulp his.
blood and teeth
head.
just go
Oh, I
everywhere, and he
swore.
kills
Oh,
over
God.
like a fallen tree.
See what happens. Seekus is taking his rage out on that
Yeah.
Gilpin.
Ah,
Edgar
nice.
killed the dwarf. I wanted that dwarf.
All right,
that dwarf had to die by my hand after he cut me.
He did call Seekers a sack of shit, you know. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I know he did. Right? I mean, come on.
My gold.
Yeah.
Besides, I mean, what, like, tall giant Seekus against someone tiny, leaving Edgar with like the massive Grelkin.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, let's do what FK said and pick their brains for answers. Ha ha ha. Right, so they're dead now.
They're very
I
dead.
think Edgar's gonna before looking at the corpses, he's gonna tend to his wounds for a moment. He's gonna inspect them, like what can be done about these wounds if I find medical help. Will bandages just work, or would I need potions? Or
no, you can use bandages to heal, especially if you have the apothecary skill.
I do.
You can also use potions, and you can use spells, and you can also rest.
Okay. Well, actually,
Because
Neith is a healer, so maybe
Yes,
she
I am,
needs-
good sir.
Yeah. So Edgar's gonna turn to Neith, and he's gonna say, know any healing spells? He's just gonna ignore everything else, and rather ungraciously, he's gonna turn to Neith and say, any healing spells?
She like puffs her chest a bit and pushes up her glasses. Of course. Come here. She walks over and then she's gonna cast heal.
Well,
Difficulty 14. Alright. Spell check. Oh
22.
yeah.
Yeah!
I feel you like a mofo.
Please tell me that's like a critical heal that heals me all the way.
To get an extra healing dice.
Sorry, I'm typing. Hang on.
No problem.
I might as well just answer you now. You know, now that I'm speaking, Vanita. I'd like to, but it's a big commitment, and LPing would have to take a back seat. You know, I would have to drop a series or two, and currently, with things that are on my channel, I'm in the middle of like a couple of games, so I can't really stop one. So yeah, but you know, it all takes time. So you know, I have ever considered it, but it's a matter of practicality of doing it. Anyway, sorry. What's going on in the game?
Oh,
I know you're healing, but
yeah, she rolled a 22.
Oh, nice.
Critical.
Do I get an extra healing dice?
Fred, not. No, it doesn't work that way. You just.
I'm gonna heal you 4.
Maybe you should have gone for that extra dice.
Healer in all of Eishion and Rune and Iiosia.
Of course, I'm a healer.
My God. So I heal 1 vitality?
You can have another go. Remember, this is taking your spells off you as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, is it worth it then? How many spells do you even have?
I had 8, I spent 2, I have 6 left now.
Before she has to rest.
Well. Oh, okay. Well,
You gain spells by resting, and every hour you rest, you get a spell back. So.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so do you want to try again?
Neith is like, she blushes and she's like, sorry, I'm a bit rusty.
I thought you said you were a healer.
I am a healer. Just wait and see. I just need to warm up a little
The
bit.
bleeding has vaguely stopped a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
I'm
felt a
surprised
slight
again.
tingle. Ooh.
There you go. Oh no, that is a failure.
Oh my God.
Isn't there a table for that?
Yes, there is a table that we must roll on. So you've got a 13. Let me get the rules up for you.
Difficulty is 14 for heal.
Okay, so let me just have a look at what the hell we're doing, because read the rules of my own game. Okay, roll a dice and -1 off it, basically, and it's
1,
healing.
10 minus 1. That's not too bad.
What did you roll?
Okay, so
A 4.
a 4.
That's no effect, I
So
think.
Oh, I gotta find it. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's page 42 in the magic manual.
Of course it is. I knew that. I wrote it. No effect. Yeah. Okay. So you just fail.
So I healed 1 HP overall, and that's it. So
I'm going to be saying that should we
think-
try this again, but maybe I'll just cast one spell before you cast your healing spell.
Oh yeah, I think Edgar would turn to Kira and say, "Look, can you do any better?"
I can't actually do healing, but I can try to, well, help with if it is going to be a really big failure to try again, to maybe help with a little bit of assistance in that way.
I would be glad for your assistance.
Okay, so I'll be trying to cast my spell.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know. She's doing a thing.
Let's see if this will work out. We probably will be spending all of our spells, and then we will have nothing when we go to the sewers.
Yeah, this is so.
Okay, so
You got bandages as well. Don't forget, there's other options.
Yeah,
Who has bandages though? Because I don't have bandages.
I
Do
I do have some.
No, my.
Oh, look.
Wait, Joe.
include-
Yes, I failed in this spell then.
Just let's clarify something with Malaki. If you look under ready weapons in the second page, ready weapons, armor, and ready weapons, items, and armor. There's one of them should be in bold.
Bandages and provisions.
No.
No.
No, it doesn't look like it's in bold for me.
Oh well, give yourself 3 then.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
I failed with my spell. How did I
Well-
need to be doing now?
All right.
Seeing how badly I failed.
So, what were you trying? What was the target?
Teacher sight.
Yeah,
and-
what was the target you were trying to reach?
Just a duration one.
No, but
Future
what was
sight.
the number that you were trying to hit?
It was 14, so 2.
Okay, so you failed by 2. So roll dice and minus 2. Oh, 6. I think that's a no effect.
Yes.
Yep, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Wait, so it didn't work?
It didn't work.
it
I can
didn't
try
work, but-
again.
With magic, you can have bad effects happen depending on how much you fail by.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't
Then
work.
again-
That's what we were rolling there. You see.
Okay, well,
When Kiara's spells sort of fizzles, Neith will just like rummage into her pockets. Clearly, this mark that we have, it's definitely affecting our magic. So, you know what? I'm just gonna patch you up with some good old bandages.
Okay, so with
That works for me.
bandages,
well, yeah. You know what? Yeah, he's gonna accept
Cool.
bandages from Neith.
I mean, obviously, this has nothing to do with us. This is definitely because
yes,
of our
it must
curse.
be. Yeah, it must be the mark. It must
Yeah,
be.
it's the curse.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the,
But
so how
I
much
was
do
commenting
bandages?
also
How
that-
much do bandages heal?
Just having a look. Actually, that's what I'm doing. I'm having a look. She has
It
to
is-
check whether she can use them correctly.
Oh my god.
Do you?
Wait, do you
I
have
have
the
the
apothecary?
apothecary. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
So, so that'll give you a bonus to healing. So, just right. Give me an apothecary skill check first to make sure you
Well,
because you can
thanks,
apply them loosely. Not well enough,
Yeah.
and so it doesn't actually do anything. So, yeah, just so dice apothecary intellect. What's your rank in apothecary? Is it 0?
Yep.
Okay.
Still there.
Also is mine, so that works out okay.
You just got to get over 12.
Crap.
It was
I
a
did.
10.
Oh, it was a 10.
God.
You are the worst healer.
Well, I am more on the theoretical side. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm just going to, in the meantime,
You
try
can do
that
this
spell
until
again.
yeah. Okay, fine.
Oh my god. So, what's the
Well, you just have to
consensus then?
deal with it. Stop being
Bandages didn't work?
Maybe it's
Okay,
your
well,
fault,
you-
Mal. Maybe it's Edgar's fault. Maybe he's
You know what? No,
resisting.
you know
Maybe
what?
he's twitching and stuff. He's like, no, get off me! Stop touching.
Edgar's-
Definitely.
Wait, if it failed, does it use up the bandages still, or?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? Edgar's just gonna shrug Neith off, and he's gonna say, "Ah, god damn it, let me do it." He's gonna pull some bandages out of his own pack, and he's got apothecary skill 0, so he's still gonna try as well. And he'll
Roll a
just-
dice and add your intellect.
Before
Yeah.
you guys do your next turns, I'm going to try to do this possible reroll if it fails. So
Okay, so yeah.
need to -1, but it's a success. So when you're doing your dices now, you can reroll if it's a bad dice,
Okay, so 1d10 plus 6.
and it's one turn. I can do help anyone.
Yay!
Oh, yay, did it work?
Yeah, you heal D10.
There we go. So I field rest my wounds. So how many?
D10.
Oh, wait. D10,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, there was no help needed there.
5.
I
Well,
was hoping you'd roll a 1.
so wait,
So embarrassing.
can I re-roll the healing roll if I wanted to? Because
Yes.
of today's thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
you could.
Yes, but it's
And
only
don't
one
forget, you
time.
can roll any roll in the
Yeah,
game
we can
because
also
you've got help.
roll.
Yeah, because I have a fate point. Oh, just 5 is okay, but what if it's more than 5?
What if it's less than 5?
I know.
Like, we can also consider that we can roll needs. We can also use it for needs roll if she tries to still heal either you or Seekus. So
Yeah.
Five
I
is at
think
least
I've got
a
enough
relative
attention
okay.
now. I think Seekus could probably use healing too. He's being neglected, the poor
Oh,
guy.
he's staying away from any negative effects.
Because you
So,
were injured as well, weren't you? So
Actually, another question too. Does Vitality heal when you rest, like at night?
Yep.
Or
yep, it does.
cool. Okay.
It
Well, anyway.
heals for a rate of half your strength per hour.
Oh, okay. So I guess you'll just tell us when an hour's passed and.
Yeah, well, you'll say like, well, we try and rest for 3 hours or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, if I were to rest for, say,
You can't really rest here.
yeah, I know, but if I were to rest for 3 hours or like 2.5, I'd be back at full vitality.
Pretty much, give it a bit of a rest, you know.
Okay, well,
Fallout style healing. It's like, oh, bed, I'm fine.
considering we're in an alleyway right next to the inn, basically, or near it.
Yes, the basement. Yes.
Yeah, the basement. We could pop in there for a rest, assuming it's not too late already, because we do need to get to the sewers, and we need to find this moss to heal Kira. So,
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
time.
But let's use the reroll first. So, Neith, do you want to try to be healing Seekus then? I will
just use all of your spells on.
either that or I will try to do a bandage too because I have the same skill nonetheless because, well, we're both humans, so...
Okay.
Pretty
I'd
much the
rather
same.
not waste any more spells. And I'm not
Okay.
sure I should re-roll.
Yeah.
So if...
Here,
And if you rest for 3 hours, you get 3 spells back, which will put you
Oh,
on.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna retry the healing. So I just...
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess Neith just insists. Look, I can do this. Just let me.
I will heal you. Stay still. Pin him down.
I re-rolled a skill check, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. 1 skill check incoming!
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
But
Now the
you are,
healing roll is going to be terrible.
yeah.
Well,
It will
is-
not be another one!
In further ranks of apothecary, you heal more with bandages, but because you rank 0,
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
it's
my
just the
healing
basic
spell.
one.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not
sorry,
bandages.
it's a healing spell. Deep
spell.
one.
Yeah, that's a spell.
So I gotta take off. Because I'm gonna just rest.
Okay.
And... Woohoo!
There
Okay.
you go.
I
10.
have redeemed myself.
Yes.
Okay, so I healed 10, so I'm back to full health now. Wow.
I told you, I just need to warm up.
So, yeah, so Edgar's gonna smirk. He's gonna raise an eyebrow. He's gonna say, well, I guess you're not as terrible as I thought.
You're welcome. She scoffs.
And he nods.
And then she
satisfied.
looks at her hands like, what is wrong with me today?
And he turns to Seekus and he asks, do you need any assistance?
I'll take it if anybody gives. Give it.
Well, either I can try with the... I actually didn't have the apothecary ability. I was just looking. So I will have -2 in it. But it says I might as well try once with the bandage.
Oh, I have enough bandages. I can do it.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm just meaning that, like, isn't it... Or how long does the out of combat, does it last? If it's like 1 turn.
It's kind of free flowing, so you can.
So
we're
if
not
someone
in combat,
else can
so.
use it, so
Yeah, you can hand it over. And
then it
all
would
that.
be better that
Yeah.
someone else tries.
Share. Yeah.
I can do it. Edgar can do it.
Either one of you.
Yeah, but I have 2 more bandages. I don't know if I want to use.
I'm
them.
gonna use my bandages.
That's fine. Good.
How many do you have?
I have 7 more.
Oh wow. Okay, so you have quite a few.
Yeah, I am a healer. I told you. I have.
Yes.
I am a
you're
healer.
I
Okay.
am a healer. It's like a malfunctioning.
Doing it. It's rolling. It's rolling. Why is it not? Why is nothing happening?
Oh god.
Oh,
Okay.
like
16.
Booyah!
nice.
Hmm. Very good.
Super applying the bandages.
Yeah,
If you
but
needed the
does it
possibility
heal
that
enough?
there's a reroll, then it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh well.
Well, I guess that could be a reroll.
It's better than 1, right?
Yeah.
Mm, I guess we can reroll that, or do you want to reroll it?
3 is pretty low out of 10.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Chances
gonna
are you'll
reroll
do
it.
better. Yeah.
Reroll.
Better or not?
10.
although it's tense.
Why is it taking so long?
Oh,
Well,
6 is better.
Double.
There you go. There, that's twice as much. So there we go.
Yay.
Right on.
So what's your vitality at now? Seek us-
24 out of 28.
Ooh. Well, that's not bad.
That's all right. Yeah.
So one hour of rest.
1 hour would get you back to full health. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could rest for an hour. You could get a spell back. You could get his health back. We could, I think we could spare an hour.
It's
maybe.
getting. I'm saying the time will be about sort of 6-ish at night by now because you've been all over the city. You've been to the library and Festagrins and then
You
the
probably will
temple
have
and the
to start.
collector. So
To be hurrying, though, for sure.
Yeah, we can rest for a short while, but we'll have to
Yeah.
work through the night to find this moss because otherwise Kira's gonna be dead in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
So, do we want to rest? I mean, we don't have to, but we could be at full condition with Seekus and get an extra spell back for you guys if we do.
I mean, 1 hour of rest would be all right. I think.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Okay, well. Now the question is, do we want to go to the basement?
Well,
it's cheaper.
Unless it's cheap and it's right next to us,
Yeah.
but
it's only 1 hour, 1 coin. Just get out of it.
should
Okay,
someone
yeah.
stay on guard or not?
I think Edgar can stay on guard because
Considering your health, so
he's back in full fit condition, so everyone else can rest while he.
unless
that.
you can stop it if something starts to be happening and someone
Something
wakes up or
happens, I can
something.
wake you guys up. Yeah.
All right.
That seems
So
like a
the-
good idea.
All right. All right. We can leave this map now and probably return to the main map, even though there's probably not that much of a need to do that either because you'll stay at the basement. That's not the map. Okay.
Hey,
So you'll just move along slightly.
When we're resting, does that mean that they're purchasing a bedroll and sleeping in it, or can we just sit at like a table and hang out?
No, when you're resting, you have to actually rest, lie down, and stuff.
Okay, well,
before
I don't
you,
need to rest, so I'm just gonna hang out at a table, and then
yeah,
you guys.
you're on guard. You all get 2 fate points.
Woohoo!
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, for your current, for your awesomeness so far. To spend on your characters as you will. Those of you who are resting can do that
Okay.
if you want. We'll keep it the same as before-ish. So,
Oh my God, we forgot the bodies.
Yeah, we didn't
Right.
search those at all. Like in many points where we were,
Well, actually, I
when
mean,
we originally were there,
you
I was
guys
thinking
are
that.
resting and I'm not.
yeah,
so maybe
go back there.
Yeah, Edgar suddenly realizes I forgot about the bodies. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna go check them.
Start making
30 gold! We need 30 gold!
Right. This is one of the times we have to test for luck. Now, Edgar's testing. So what you do is you roll a dice and you add. Hi, Moogie. You add as many fate points as you have, which is
As
one
many-
at the time because.
Well,
it's,
no, everyone got
yeah.
2. So.
Yeah, I know, but that was before.
Oh, but that was okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
was-
it's
it
just
was
1
after.
then. So
Yeah.
roll 1d10 plus 1.
Yeah. Try and get above 5.
Yeah.
Okay. They're still there.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank
Like
God.
I was thinking about it so many times in the start, but
Aye.
then when all the
I
healing
Got
failure
distracted and
started,
everything. Oh, I just
got
wander
so
off.
preoccupied. I got so preoccupied with us being healed.
and failing and
I mean, it was
Yeah.
some pretty intense healing.
Okay, so
It
they're
was. Okay, so I want to inspect the bodies
yes,
closely.
their weapons are you've broken them basically in the fight. The dwarf's armor again, you've hewn a great big hole in it as you've backed his shoulder off. So that's all worthless. You find on their bodies what Festagrin is looking for, which is the little charm thing, and you find 43 gold.
Wow, I'm rich.
Yeah, not
You know,
he took it all for himself.
I already.
Oh, sorry. They had they had the amulet. Must have spent all the gold. I didn't find any.
No.
You could do.
Well, I mean, I could, yeah. And I already have 43 gold, so that would be 86 for me. But,
Well, it's up to you. That's
yeah,
what you
yeah,
find
anyway,
anyway.
so that's all they had?
Afraid so.
Alright, well, Edgar's gonna wander back into the basement, and he's gonna nudge Seekus lightly with his foot to wake him up. And once he does wake up, he's gonna hand over the pouch with his 43 gold in it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There's your gold. They also had that amulet charm thing that they stole on them, so you can return that to the fellow.
Okay, so you've all got 2 extra fame points now, which you can spend if you're resting. So if you first of all, you got to pay attention to your focus, which is one of your attributes. Yeah. So spending fate on your focused skills is the same as before. So if it's less than 5, 1 fate point will add 1 rank. If it's not a focused attribute, then it's doubled. So essentially, it's 2. If you want to add 1 from 4 to 5 on a focused one, it'll be 2 fate points. If you want to add 1 on an unfocused one, it'll be 3. But I don't think anyone's going to be doing that. So, again, if you've got any questions, let me know.
Nope.
Okay. Anyway. So, if Edgar wasn't standing guard, it's natural to assume that we might wake up missing something, right?
It's not the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good thing I stood guard then. I can spend those fate points later.
good thing that I thought about that at least, even though we failed to notice the blue thing.
Yeah.
We don't loot, we don't guard.
Just start, we broke rule number 1 of RPGs, which is loot
Loot the
everything.
bodies first, and then heal the party. Yeah.
Just got so preoccupied with healing, start walking away. It's like, well, that's good. Let's
Well,
go.
we've gotten
We round the
something.
corner, and Edgar's like, "Oh my god!"
Again, it's the mark. It's making you weird.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they were still there though when I came back.
I've messaged
So
some of
so.
you on Skype, so just check it. I know some of you are on busy, so you won't have seen the message. And for people who have leveled, have you leveled? Do you want to level? Do you want to ask questions? Is everything good?
I have
I
leveled.
was-
I don't have questions.
Yeah, I was wanting to increase toughness by 1.
You can do it. Yeah, just spend 1 fate point on toughness, and that will also increase your defense strength by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unarmored?
Yeah, unarmored. Yeah, because you're not wearing armor, so.
Right. Okay. That works.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is take a break. Everybody is fine with continuing for another 2 hours. I think after 2 hours we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
But I'll stop the recording and we'll just take a little time out, refreshments and stuff, because we're going for quite a while. I'm not sure whether we'll finish the game in the next 2 hours, but you've all volunteered for 2 sessions anyway. But yeah, just to let you guys know, that's the sort of situation that we're going to have a little break. So I'll stop the stream, start it again. We'll have a bit of a chat and whatever, and then we'll get into the game again. Okay, groovy. All right, I'll stop it now then.